Hi everyone, and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Here's my Hobonichi Cousin for 2024. Love this book so much. It's been such a companion. Yeah, it's beautiful. I've put as much love into here as I can, but also there were times when I just didn't have time or energy. So those days are clear as well as you flip through, and I might do a flip today, I think. I've done a few already, but what I wanted to show you today is how I'm using this pouch from Hobonichi to collect my ephemera. I'm not going to show you how because it's just chucking stuff in here, but I wanted to show you the pouch and the kinds of stuff that I tend to keep. So the pouch itself has this little flap that can stand up, and you could use it to separate two different things, like a book fits there nicely, maybe pens here, or it flattens as well, and it has the back pocket. I love this frosted look. It's so 1974, but it's good quality. It's got a gusseted base so you can and sides, so you can fit quite a bit in there. And I've just been using it to throw stuff in as I've been collecting it, but also I've really done a lot of, and I do this every year, going through all of my stickers and my stashes and my boxes and all this stuff I've got lying around the house and in drawers and in cupboards, and putting it into special pouches for each type of thing that it is. But then there's this stuff that really should go into a book. So let's start at the bottom. I have the Lego paint assessment tool that my friend Shauna printed out for me. Very cute. It needs to be trimmed down and put into my cousin. I have my Lego passport, so let's get the Lego obsession out of the way to start with. That just needs to go somewhere, but while I'm figuring out where it's going to go, it lives in here so I don't forget. Okay, last Lego item. This came in an order. So that's going to go into my hobby journal for 2025. So I'm actually going to put that over there with my hobby journal. Then we have some packaging. So these three pieces, I think, all came together from Journal Station. And I just want to put that in my cousin. I've got a journal card from the Coffee Monsters Co. It's adorable, and one from Kubo and Lucy as well. And it is summer here in Australia now, so that's going to go in too. I've got this PET tape that actually is from last Christmas, 2023. So I thought you better use it for once. And this tag also made by my lovely friend Simone. She is so clever. She's made this beautiful tag that was on a little gift last Christmas. So I'm going to put it in this year's December in my Hobonichi Cousin as well. I've got a boarding pass from when I went to Sydney last week, so that can go in. I've got these two little tags that came from Shop Cider when I bought some clothes. Actually, this particular sweater that I'm wearing, it's got a cat and an apple. Apple is the cider logo, and then on the back there's just cuteness. So I just thought they were cute, and they might even go in 2025 things, I think, because they're super cute. Oh, here's their tag. That's their logo as well. So that will go in. These are also from last Christmas. I bought some pajamas from Peter Alexander, and I bought a Kellogg's set, a peanut set, and just a standard set. I think they had eggs on them. And I wanted to put them in, but I never did. So they can go in. I've got a label from a Guess bag that a friend gave me for Christmas. She gave me a Guess bag for Christmas, which was so unexpected. And she's gone on holidays now overseas. So that's why I have it so early. I bought a Miffy light, I don't know, a couple of months ago. And on the back, it has all these cute little versions. I got the prop Miffy one, but there's all these other lights that the company has as well. So I thought that was cute. or alternatively this one here. So I might just cut just the front off of this and then put this in as well. Don't know, just thought it was cute. And then there's this little sampler from Kubo and Lucy as well that I thought I would pop into my cousin. So all of that is going to go in here, but let's have a little flip. Oh my goodness, so much fun. So this piece of vellum, I think, is not, it's just very lightly tucked down, so I could reuse that. Here's my quandary every year. Do I rescue the stickers and things and use them elsewhere? Like, this is one of my favorite stickers of all time. Or do I let this be 2024? And for me, I feel like I want to just let it be 2024 because that's what it was. So it's highly unlikely that I'll take any stickers out of here, even though I love them so much. So I'm just going to flick and talk at the same time. Obviously I didn't use this section. I'd really love to, but I didn't. I've stuck some together where I didn't use them. I started out the year doing an emoji a day. This was my favorite favorite script sticker from Sweet Freckle Designs. I've forgotten if that's their current name or their old name. Anyway, I was doing an emoji a day and I did that for January and February, but in March I stopped. I might have started again another month, I'm not sure. It's apparently something I'm not good at, and it's because I don't ever go to the monthly section, right? I just forget, and I need a reason to go there. I started doing some doodles. My friend Trish was doing doodles in hers and they looked so cool in her weeks. So I decided to do some myself, but again, I kind of stopped doing them. I really enjoyed doing it. I can't draw to save myself, but that was kind of the point. I was trying to get a little better at doing some drawings, but I might do it again. Don't know. That's it. That's all I use the monthlies for. And then I did my wonderful weekly sections that I just loved so much, and it was the reason I bought the cousin in the first place. 2 weeks and then I fell off. I was with my family in North Queensland and just so busy. This is the week I drove back from there and I kind of was exhausted. I had a ton of work to do and I just got a little bit lost. So I threw in some photos and some stickers and things. I had another go at it. Then I didn't. And that's it. That's all I did for a while. I tried to plan out a ideal week at work when I was working less hours. I threw in these bees, and then I saw Amy and she did this in her weeks for a couple of weeks, and so I did that and continued it for a few weeks, and then fell off again. I did this beautiful spread from Hobby Hoppers for some new tapes she had in stock. Love it. And then I managed to get back onto this again, and I have stuck with it. I really feel like this is my favorite way to record something about the day, and this kind of became the style that I've ended up with. Some days trying out a slightly different lettering style, most of the time just kind of scripty, sometimes just choosing a couple of colors, sometimes doing the rainbow, just making it, you know, nice. Easy to remember what happened that day just from a quick glance, mostly. Missed a couple there, but I haven't really missed any hardly at all after that. And it's nice to sort of remember what was going on that day, or when something significant happened for the first time, or something started, you know, those kinds of things. Symptoms, tracking in here. So I've got the Friday and Saturday still to do. Today is Saturday. So that has worked really well. I had my turning the page to a new year and I wanted to write here, but I never did. So, and it's something that I just find a bit difficult to do when I'm not at home. So at my parents' place, just a bit busy doing stuff with them. This is hilarious. I was reading this book and I have not finished it. I like it. It's good, but just no good with reading. So empty pages here at the beginning, some photos of the trips, the day trips, the things we were doing at the time, the cricket. Mum was in hospital. I mean, that's one of the reasons why it's a bit sparse. I was with her a lot of times, and I was driving family back and forth and doing all sorts of things. And here's the trip back to Melbourne and getting home to Melbourne. So I think I said at one point, if you see takeout receipts in my book, you know it was a rough day or a very tiring time. And that's remained pretty true throughout my cousin. Whenever it's busy, I don't have time to cook. Or, you know, you have a long day or some other thing happens. I've got receipts in here, photos from shops, coffee shops, lots of photos of food, family visiting, weird things I've seen in the street. It's just become this nice little book of 2024, and like I said, even the empty days mean something. It means that you've, you know, not had time, you've not felt like it. I mean, I could write on here too tired or whatever, but it really has just turned into how the year was, and I don't care about the blank pages, that's fine. This sticker still smells like that. It's just beautiful. The whole journal smells delicious. Sometimes I've recorded the things that I've posted on social media, just because that was something that spoke to me that day. And here's a little leaf that I collected off the street. These were some grapes that tasted amazing. A card for Easter, the tea that I was drinking at the time. And, you know, my intention was to always go back and write, but I didn't. And that's okay. That's totally okay. Looks like I went to Sydney for a few days. Oh yes, we hung, my friend and I hung that painting, and we had pizza for dinner. Oh, baby reindeer. Thinking about how I was going to set up a TN when I purchased it. Oh, my friend's gorgeous baby. When I put these patches on this planner, just a park day. And then we move into May. Got my COVID vaccination. Oh, no, that's my flu vax. Oh, and then I started to... Oh, here's some happy mail from Angie. Thank you, Angie. Testing out some pens in here. I kind of want to move that out of my cousin, I think. Okay, a parking ticket. That's interesting. Some more pen tests in here. My friend and I are going to Dior together for her birthday. More food, I suspect. Yeah, bagels. And another leaf. Just some things happening. So a bit more writing there for a little while. And then intentions. My friend and I went to Phillip Island for the weekend. Great pictures. And I have a bunch of ephemera from that weekend as well, and I haven't done anything with it yet. So that ephemera would go in like a travel journal or something. I think like a separate book, I think, for that particular journey. But it's nice to have the photos. Some stuff I found on the street. Is there such a thing as found art? You can see it's got where all the rocks have made a mess of it. Park days, coffee and cake, my new Baumkuchen bag, things that have happened at work, my dad's birthday. I saw this little Dobby in the rubbish bin. I don't know if that's Dobby. It looks a bit like Dobby. A new bag. Actually writing something. Made this card. So we're about halfway through, and you can see I'm inconsistent, right? But again, not bothered. I'm moving into A6 for 2025, and part of the reason for that is because my 2024 cousin just never got filled up, and I mean that's okay, but I figure I'm not necessarily going to write on every page, right? So if one day takes up 2 pages, that doesn't bother me. That's totally fine. Oh, here's my birthday present gift wrapping that people gave me. Oh, and Trish gave me a whole heap of Kit Kats. And I intended to put more about the birthday in there, but I haven't. And maybe I could fill that in actually, just to put the photos in at least. Here's more just figuring out what to do with Hobonichi, because it's starting to become Hobonichi Day. Oh, my friend gave me a gin and tonic scented candle for my birthday, and it had this wrapped around it, so I just tore up the box. This is quite thick, and kept the ribbon as well. Here are all of my choices that I needed to narrow down, and I did narrow it down quite well, but I still have quite a few. Happy Hobonichi Day. And then, yeah, lots of other empty pages, more decisions, a note from the bakery, some quotes from movies and TV shows. The one was from Emily in Paris. And then a bit of mucking about with some inks and things, a happy mail that came in. Swatching washi tapes from Kubo and Lucy, some more Hobonichi things. What have we got here? My October intro page. So in October, my friend watches a different horror movie every night, and so I decided to keep up with her. So we watched Scream, and I wanted to record my favorite quote from each of the movies. So I'm feeling a little woozy here. We Are the Weirdos, Mister, from The Craft. There's a nice one there from The Conjuring. Abigail. Can't remember the name of that one. Anyway, I did 8 days and then I forgot. But I've written down the quotes in my weeks with the plan to transfer them into here. But that transferring never happened. Maybe one day. Everything can have a purpose if you allow it. And then we did a little Halloween day at my friend's house, and these were the napkins that we had. And so I just torn that down and layered them on top of each other, the front and the back. So this was the swatch that she did for my hair, and that was the color of my hair. It's a little less cool toned at the moment. She did it a bit warmer this time. I much prefer the cool tone. These are the negative space of the stickers that I had to use for a Lego set that I was making. There's a card from my boss, the CEO, who bought me a bunch of flowers for a particular deal that I won. Here's Halloween that I never did anything with. Oh man. A Lego store that we went to. There's a bit more in here with Lego things. I was rewatching Star Wars from the beginning in a chronological order, but it's not going well. Rough day. Well, there's my cider order. Going through some other Techokai type stuff. Some things from Christmas at a friend's house. And I think that's it. I think that's as far as I've gotten is December 1st. So a few of these things still to go in here. And they will go in there eventually. But no rush, you know. And if I ever want to just print out some photos from last year, from 2024 or whatever, they can just go on any of those empty pages. I'm not too particularly concerned about the specific date that things happened. I mean, I am with some things, but I do have a stamp, you know, a date stamp that I can use if I need to. But moving into A6 for 2025, just to, I guess, try and have less empty pages. Doesn't matter, as I said, really, but I love the A6 size, and I tend to find that each year I switch from A6 to A5. Sometimes in July I'll switch from one to the other. This is all in 1 year, all year in one book, which I haven't done in a while, so that was nice. But in 2025 I have a Cousin avec and I have an A6 avec, so I'm starting in the A6 avec for my memory keeping, and I have the A5 that I'm going to use for some of my collab stuff. But if I want to switch halfway through the year, then I can, because they're avecs. So this little chunky monkey is nearly done. I'm taking it with me for the holidays to do some work in while I'm there if I feel like it. And I'll take this with me, and I'll take this with me as well, and get all these things into the book. I mean, you saw all those blank pages where things can go. So yes, very excited to do that. And one of the great things about the weekly section being like this is that it's pretty quick and easy to figure out what happened that day if I did want to keep the days here the same. You know, if I wanted to make sure I recorded things on the days they actually happened, then I have them here already, and it's pretty simple to transfer that across. So for some people that's not going to be an ideal system. They will want the days to be the correct days, but for me, as long as it's in the year, that's as close as I'm willing to get at this point. I have too much to do and not enough time in the day, and definitely not enough energy. So I'm just going to do what works for me. And if there's gaps, there's gaps. It doesn't matter. It's all good. They're here for me. I'm not here for them, right? That's the whole point. And it brings me joy. And that's really all that matters. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. I find that these flip throughs do make me a little nostalgic, and thinking about all the things that happened in 2024 and the things that will happen in 2025. Who knows? Let's see. Oh, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this flip through. I think it's probably going to be the last one that I do of this cousin. Not much is going to happen in those last few days. Yeah, it will retire to the shelf with the others. I think this is probably the chunkiest I've gotten. No, I'm looking at my other one on the shelf over there. It looks about the same. The weeklies are not as chunky as the others because I stopped sticking stuff in. I just used pen. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a happy place. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you super, super soon. Bye.